Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Lansing Ignite, a football manager story, where this week we look to build on our incredibly important victory last episode. But we got another big game coming up today. As you can see, we remain in 5th place, stuck in the quagmire that is 5th place. Now, we're only 7 points up of Greenville, who's been on a little bit of a winning streak recently, but we are still 4 points back from TFC 2 and the rest of the top 4. But the rest of the top 4 is narrowing. You know, we're still 7 points back from Madison. It's gonna be down to the wire in these last 10 games for the top 4 playoff spots, and hopefully we can remain in the mix and jump in there at some point. But in order to do that, we got to keep the dream alive. We got to keep winning and keep beating some of these top teams. So last episode we beat North Texas, which was a bit of a shocker. Now we've got a rubber match versus Madison coming up this week. But before we get to that, we do have some movement on the financial end of area. I don't know what that means, but on the financial end of things, we've made some trades and or some transfers. And here we go. First, we sold Toomey to Tux, sending him back to South Africa, where I guess he originated from. Not a great transfer fee. $42,500. Not a lot of money. You know, his value wasn't great to begin with. It had gone steadily down during the course of the season as his contract got closer and closer to running out. His current value is only $24,000. So, you know, I guess we got a decent deal for him, but if we'd have sold him in the first transfer window, we might have gotten a little bit more. But we kind of needed him back then anyway. We got a little bit of money for him. And then we got a little bit more money for Pato. Now, unfortunately, our leading goal scorer in the season is gone. So that's not great. But we did get $125K for Pato. So that's going to help us out tremendously. Now, selling all those guys, it's not great. It leaves us a little thin. So we went out, made a free transfer. Coy Craft, the guy we brought in earlier in the season, brought him in on a free. He's only making $34K this season, so that's pretty decent. I was going to try to save him for next season, but he got approached by another team, and so I figured rather than lose him altogether, he's a guy we've already scouted, guy we already know is good enough to play on our team. So I decided to bring him in at no fee, no cost. But it would have been nice to have a lot less salary. Now we've only got a little less salary, but we do have money in the bank. So the finances are looking decent again. $167,000 overall balance. We will take that absolutely. Hopefully this gives us another few months of life, because I really don't want to sell anybody else. I mean, there's one or two other guys we could sell, but you know, this is really scraping bottom of the barrel in terms of being able to be a competitive team. So this is kind of a bad time to be selling off players as we're trying to make a push for the playoffs. Got to remember the theme of this save is finances. We gotta finish with a positive balance or we're done. So, with that being said, we made the sacrifice, sold Toomey, giving us a little bit more breathing room. All right, let's see. Is anything else going on here? Oh yeah, we got a bunch of League One games going on. Here we go. So we got Greenville versus North Texas. No, Greenville versus Orlando City. Game doesn't really mean much. 6th versus 10th. Big game, North Texas versus Richmond. Teams that had both been at the top of the league in the last couple of weeks, now sitting at 2nd and 3rd place. Another big matchup, Lansing versus Madison. It's a huge matchup for us. It's a big matchup if Madison wants to remain in that top spot. And then Tucson Tormenta, doesn't really have any bearing. And then TFC Chattanooga, we'd really enjoy it if TFC2 lost. So that would be wonderful. Let's get to our matches. So far, Greenville's beaten Orlando City. North Texas has beaten Richmond. That doesn't really affect us too much other than it drops Richmond down another spot. So we're slowly catching up on Richmond. And now if we can also knock Madison off a peg, that will help us out tremendously. Let's go. Get to the match preview. Again, big favorites for Madison, even money. Playing at Cooley Law School Stadium, 1,800 tickets sold. So we gone up 100 people. We got that big win. 100 people said, okay, we'll take a look at that. But you look at Madison, 5 wins in a row. Excellent form. Sponsored by Dairyland. Can't get better than that. There's Daryl Shore. I mean, we looked at him just two games ago. Don't really need to go over that again. I don't know that there's much else to look at other than, let's go. Let's see, it's wet and 73 degrees, a little bit gusty, so not terrific weather for the game, but other than that, we're ready to go. So we brought some different guys in on the bench. We're keeping with the same formation. We're going to go defensively a little bit this week. Have had some injuries. Had to bring some dudes in. Did they list our injuries on the match preview? No, they didn't. Well, Nathan Lewis, we saw that. He's got the torn wrist ligament. He's going to be out for several months. But we also had Serta was injured. You can see he's down to 90% injuries there. And 4 injured a little bit, which not a great loss, but still it's caused us to change our lineup around a little bit. But that's okay. You know, we brought in Kraft. He gives us a little more depth. So here we go. We're going with the 4-1 yet again. Cleveland in goal, 28 concessions in 21 appearances. Not terrific, but not terrible. Moon on the left, 2 assists. Williams on the right, 2 assists. Lillard, 1 goal, 1 assist. Great rating. Stoneman, no goals, no assists. Not a great rating, but okay rating. Carr moves up to defensive midfielder. He has got a goal on the season. I believe he scored that goal when he was playing as a defensive center back. He does have 3 starts on the season. Hollingsworth on the left, taking the captain's armband. He's going to be the permanent captain for the rest of the season due to that injury. He's got 3 assists and a goal, 7.0 rating, so he's played very well. Rafa on the right. Rating's gone down a little bit, 6.89, 1 goal, 2 assists. Of course, Gomez and Perez, 2 incredibly terrific players, performing so well for us. We've re-signed Perez. I'm not sure if we've re-signed Gomez yet, but we're working on it. And then Bruce back in the lineup up top, 6 goals. So losing Pato's not such a big deal if we stick with the 1 striker formation. We've got Bruce up top. It's no problem. And if we go back to the 2 striker formation, we do have St. Duke waiting in the wings. We also Kraft, our new signee. He can play striker a little bit. He's mostly going to play a winger. Right wing, he's going to spell Rafa if necessary, but in an emergency, he can play striker. Then we got Silva, Jones, Serta, and Kwafik, and Illen on the bench. Let's see, we know these guys. We've seen them just recently. St. Clair, the human fortress, for some reason. We scored 3 goals on him, but he seemed, I don't know, it was a weird combination. He just flipped the light switch and we couldn't get past him after those 3 goals. Schneider on the left, Bonilla on the right, 7 assists. Wyatt Omsberg, that seems like a new guy. I don't think he was in there last time. Anyway, he's got 21 starts, so he was in there some point. 20 starts for Tobin, 6.93 rating. Leonard in the midfield, 1 goal. Banks, 4 goals. Nunez on the left, 5 goals. Diaz on the right, 3 goals, 4 assists. Paulo Jr., 6 goals, 9 assists. And then, of course, Mason Toy, top goal scorer, 14 goals. If he's not the top goal scorer in the whole league, I would be very shocked with that. We can check that out at some point, I suppose. Pep talk. All right. Let's see. Let's avenge. We got to avenge what happened last time. We got to, like, score less than... Have them score less than 4 goals would be nice. Let's see. What am I looking at here? Of course, opposition instructions. All right, Nate Miller. Yep, same results, right? Same tactics, different results. Different tactics, same results. None of that is true. None of what I just said was accurate in any way. All right, kickoff. Here we go. We're at home this time. We got the combustion in the stands ready to explode. Let's go, boys. All right, we're going to have a much more defensive mentality this game, and we'll see if that helps us out. You know, we still controlled possession on them last time. And we can still control possession this time around as well. Just, it's like controlling the possession in a defensive way. Anyway, here we go. Madison with the throw-in near side. Sends it in. What? No. Cleveland, what did you do? A gift for Mason Toy. Gift wrapped. What was this? Nunez with a little lob shot. Should have been easily handled by Cleveland. He punched it or dropped it, and then Williams headed it straight to Toy. That's ridiculous, boys. What is it about Madison that lets us just hand them goals? Here we go. Williams gets it forward. Bruce heads it on. He's not playing with a partner these days. He's got to get used to that. Okay, Lillard heads it out. Nunez starts the attack for Madison. They've got some confidence. They're trying to get it forward. Working on Reese Williams. Lillard heads it out for Mason Toy. And the goals continue to fly here. I don't know what's happening. We beat Madison so well early. And now, they're just killing us. Banks just bashes one home. Get out. I don't want to see that ever again. Here we go, Madison. Paulo Jr. to Nunez. We're going to have to switch tactics before we lose 6-0. It's only 15 minutes down. Mason Toy, yes, proven goal scorer. Here we go. Let's get a highlight. Nick Moon gets it forward to Perez. Carr. Passing's not really his specialty, but he does get it out wide to Rafa. Rafa's got a little bit of space. He sort of bounces it off the defender, then gets it into Bruce. Can't get it past St. Clair, but we do win a corner. Come on, we got to get a goal back. Let's get one back, boys. We need this. Here we go. Hollingsworth sends it in. No. Gomez with a trick shot, but he lofts it into the stands. All right. You know, at least we're getting highlights. This is what we need. Bruce sends it in. Carr on the back post. Man. St. Clair, what is the problem with this guy? Why is he all of a sudden the best goalkeeper in the world after we scored 3 goals on him and suddenly now he's unbeatable in 2 games? Nunez, injured. Get out. Why is Rafa on the bench? Rafa might be also injured. Bruce looking. Bruce just fires it. Josiel Nunez picked up a slight injury. And Rafa is also down to 63%. I guess we're going to see our new man pretty soon at halftime, I suppose. Here we go. Schneider has it on the near sideline. Sends it across. Get that ball away from Mason Toy, please. There we go. Rafa boots it. Bruce can't win it, but Perez is going to get it. Perez could send it forward. Perez injures himself. We're snake bit. We're snake bit. What's happening? We had a counterattack, and he just falls over. What's going on? We're cursed all of a sudden. All right, tactics. Tactics. All right. yeah, we're going to have to do this. Where are we? Can we? We'd have to make like 3 subs to make this happen, because Carr can play midfield a tiny bit. I mean, maybe a ball winner on defense. Oh, boy. Okay. Things are looking up. All right, so we got St. Duke. You can bring him in. Switch these guys around. Nope, switch these guys around. What's St. Duke? He's an advanced forward. Yeah. And then bring in our new boy, Corey Kraft. Bring him in. Right. I mean, he's better as a winger than he is just a right midfielder, but he can do it all. And we're training him up to be a right winger, so this is good experience for him. You can see he's got a little green dot there. And here he is. He's pretty decent physically. He's just an all-around dude. We've looked at him before. Lots of 10s and 11s. Lots of blue spaces, but if he gets a little better, he can turn, 10s and 11s into 11s and 12s, and then he'll be pretty decent. He's never going to be a world beater, but he's going to be pretty solid, I think. He is a regular player who could still improve, according to our scouts. All right. Is this what we're doing? Is this what we're looking at? Yeah, so I guess this is what we got. Gomez, yep, Carr, oof, St. Duke and Bruce up top. We're going positive, so we're going to try to, take the fight to them, I guess. Pep talk. Let's be assertive. I expect much better from you. Let's go. Second half. Down 2-0. It doesn't seem like we're down 2-0. 2 freaky goals. And we've missed a lot of chances. Okay, that's not going to do anything. Cleveland's just going to watch it roll. Let's see. We should encourage our players to try more long balls forward. Okay. 50 minutes already. Team instructions. No. I disagree with that a little bit. Disagree with a lot of this. Yeah, okay. That's fine. All right, play. I want to go attacking. It's coming up on the 60-minute mark. We're not doing much of anything. Here we go. First highlight for MADISON of the second half. Paulo Jr. with a corner on the far side. Sends it in. Asen Toy gets a head on it. It looked like Omsberg might have also got a head on that. Looks like they're trying to send low cross. That's fine. Another highlight for MADISON. Looks like they're going more attacking. Come on, get stuck in. Nope. Alright, we should tell our boys to get stuck in. Leonard. Ref trying to get out of the way. Come on, boys. Let's make a tackle here. Out wide to Schneider on the far side. MADISON moving forward, trying to get an open shot. There's a shot from Leonard, but it's deflected. Alright, team instructions. Out of possession. Tighter marking. More urgent. Stuck in. No more messing around. Let's go. We are like very high. This seems very high. Standard line of engagement. Higher defensive line. Okay, I mean, I guess we're going for it. That doesn't seem like where we should be. But it's where we're at. So I guess that's what we got. Come on, boys. Don't need any more losses. Boy, they knocked us out of our defensive shape so quickly. Kraft taking the free kick. The new guy. I mean, that wasn't stupendous, but it's interesting that he's in there taking the free kicks. Another highlight for MADISON. Throw in deep in the corner. Headed out by Lillard to Bonilla. How did Paulo Jr. get to that before our guys? We had 3 guys just standing there waiting for it. And what happened? Paulo Jr. just sneaks up. We got Moon. So that's probably Stoneman who no, that's Lillard who heads it out. And then Lillard missed. That's what it was. Lillard missed the header. Paolo Jr. snuck in. 78 minutes. It's looking grim. Hollingsworth sends one in. Stoneman, back post, heads it over. 78 minutes. Is there anything we can do? I don't think so. 83 minutes. Should we use our last sub? Is there anybody we can bring in who's worth anything? Yeah, we could bring in Lewis Jones for Kyle Carr, I suppose. Jones can play Mazzala. Jones even can play Mazzala. Get him in there. There we go. Stoneman sending it down to St. Duke. Can't win the header. Okay. Putting some pressure on St. Clair. He bombs it downfield. Cox wide open. He's got some space to work. Lillard backing up. Stoneman with a big tackle. Paolo Jr. in. Paolo Jr. follows up the rebound. 4-0 home loss for Lansing Ignite. This is what happens sometimes when you start making trades. Start making transfers in the middle of the season. Sometimes you can lose the team. Hope that's not what's happening here, but it's not making life easy, I'll tell you that. Bench is getting thinner. Jones sends one in. Mason Toy heads it out. Gomez takes a shot, and Gomez scores off the redirection. X-Man with his third goal of the season. So, I mean, we get one back. It's fine, I guess, in the 90th minute. Toy heads it out, and Gomez just bangs it right off the, looks like the back of somebody. All right, 4-1. Oh, here we go. 2 minutes stoppage time. This should be the final highlight. Kraft gets it out wide to Williams. Reese Williams sends it in to Bruce. Nope. Cleared and game, set, match to Madison. The series ends 2-2. 2 games. Lansing wins early. Madison wins too late, including this sort of dramatic 4-1, decisive 4-1. I mean, they had 45% possession. They did have 19 shots, 8 on target. I mean, it was a very even game, as long as you don't look at the score. Yikes. Wow. Okay. Players are in good spirits. Well, that's good for them. Not happy with your performance out there, though. I'm glad you're in good spirits, but get out, basically. Get out of my face. We got a short week. And then we play the Kickers again, which is not a team that we've enjoyed playing against. We played them in June, lost 2-0, so that's no good. We got to pause it here and get to the rest of the games this week before I start getting off on tangents. So pause. Okay, we're back. Here is our handy-dandy schedule for the week. Greenville beats Orlando City. North Texas beats Richmond. Okay, so that helps us out. Lansing loses to Madison, which does not help us out. Draw. Look at that. Chattanooga, TFC2 gets a draw. That's helpful. And then Tucson versus Tormenta. Tormenta with a big win over Tucson. Look at Tormenta moving up the charts. They're in 7th place right now. Interesting. I thought they were the worst team in the league, but it seems like Orlando City has that on lockdown these days. So some interesting turn of events. Greenville still 7 points back from Lansing. But we're now 5 points back of Richmond and TFC2. Not good. Not good. That's 2 games. That's 2 wins that we need. Time is getting short. Schedule is getting shorter. 3, 6, 9 games remaining to catch up 6 points. Getting tight. All right. So we'll see you next time for that very, very pivotal game against Richmond. So, until then, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.